Is not Timo's secretitious life. He just doesn't defy the gravity of something. Life, each running each other, ubiquity, radiant, existence. He doesn't need a name to distinguish him. Oh, she flies through the proud darkness, rather than the breathless vastness of the world. And yet, in all return, the heart of herself, he believes she won't know again. It's no exception, it's just less. I guess you can't cross a gentle tiger. Life, is running each other, ubiquity, radiant, existence. He doesn't need a name to rule us all, afraid of the wind. Order was dropping of the driftwood, take the night from them. Oh, he flies to be the wings of the flightless, fly high to be seen from everywhere. He just tells them he's the reason whispering. He believes she's one of a chain. Oh, he flies through the proud darkness, rather than the breathless vastness of the world. And yet she didn't read into light himself. She believes he's trying at night to see the sun of tomorrow. He never wanted a special day. He just wanted to be there like a weed, naturally, as a matter of course. He believes we're one. Overcame. She believes we're one. Is not Timo's secretitious life. He just doesn't defy the gravity of something. Life, expecting each sending each other ubiquity. Radiant light existence. He doesn't need a name to distinguish him. Oh, she flies through the cloud darkness rather than the breathless vastness of the world. And yet, in all return, the one heart felt, he believed she won.
Hey everyone! We're not playing Elden Ring, we're playing Guilty Gear. Oh, we're not really playing Guilty Gear, I guess. We're watching Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Exile.
I'm gonna wait until the intro loops again, because there's like a story detail there.
Guilty Gear Exile.
So, hope everyone's doing well. It's interesting, because we did this last year, probably around the same time, during the run-up to Guilty Gear Strive. So, with Strive releasing last year, we played through the whole Guilty Gear Xrd series.
Own, yet somehow controlling it, the backyard. Hidden behind its gates are the eternal truths of good and of evil, of creation and of destruction, of chaos, the likes of which mankind has never seen. In a time long past, a philosopher entered this other realm. He returned, and through shuddering breaths, he spoke. No evil should touch this place. This philosopher sealed all that the backyard was into a single tome. His hope was that mankind would never stumble upon its power. With that, the path to the backyard was forever barred, and peace once again blessed our world. But what followed, the ancient sage could never have predicted, for evil came not from a human who discovered the book, but from inside the backyard itself.
My name is Ramlethal Valentine.
Hey,
I
Trump.
declare war on all the world. All those unworthy to stand upon it will be destroyed. The future is the past.
Okay, so that's the basic setup of this. Because you have watched the Guilty Gear Strive playthrough, or if you didn't, I'm gonna explain it to you right now. You know that the philosopher was Happy Chaos, and that book is inside of Asuka. I also noticed there were no subtitles, so I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna turn off the speaker, actually. I want it to play through the actual audio, as opposed to through this dinky thing on here. Display. Nope. Language? This is gonna suck if we don't have a... Here, I'm gonna turn the voice volume up by a lot. I hope we have subtitles. I don't think we have subtitles, guys. Ah, well, we'll make it work. So part of the Guilty Gear Xrd story is told in the arcade mode. We're only gonna do one arcade mode, and it's gonna be Soul Bad Guys.
Who dares to enter the maze?
Just to give a sort of precedent for the events before this game.
Soul Bad Guy.
Come on, old man.
Oh, we do have subtitles.
Slow the hell down.
Damn, kid. Shut up. So, this is legit?
She's definitely not human. We can't be sure, but there's an excellent chance she's the real Valentine. If we can believe her declaration of war, then no part of the world is safe.
That's just great. So, what's she worth?
Excuse me?
Bounty hunter, remember? I only work when there's money on the table.
Very well. There is something I need to discuss with you. Bring Sin. You know where to find me. Just name your price.
$1 million world dollars.
$1 million?
In cash.
So the guy in the crop top is Kai Kisuke's son,
no mercy.
Sin.
Doesn't pay.
Kind of a shitty thing to name your kid.
Salt versus Chip. Get ready to roll.
Hey, I had sex with the enemy that we fought for 100 years. So I'm gonna name my child Sin, because that's what I did.
Son of a...
Let's get this party started.
Heaven or hell. Duel.
Actually, it was really mushy. It was a very awkward love. Okay, let's see if I remember XR. Alright, we're just gonna drag and install this.
It's not over yet.
It's not like I've lost yet.
I'm flexing. Actually, my muscles are a bit nicer than I thought they would be.
Win. Duel. Two. All or nothing.
Oh! Okay. I didn't know that we were starting. Chip, you're being so rude.
Counter. It's not over yet.
Oh boy. Okay, my tension's all the way, so if I remember correctly, it's...
It's not over yet.
Aw. I was kind of hoping that I could get the instant kill, but I couldn't get it out.
Wasted enough time on you. Salt. Win. Straight. You and your mouth need to slow down. I can't even vote, kid.
So Chip isn't the president of a South African country just yet. He still needs people to vote for him.
I have never missed a called shot.
That's Venom.
Heaven or
He's
hell.
playing a different game than we are. We're playing Guilty Gear, he's playing billiards. I'm not even kidding. Needs to get out of Marvel Venom's way. I don't know. I think this Venom could give Venom a run for its money.
It's not over yet.
Okay, Dragon install. Fuck it. Soul doesn't have this in Strive, by the way. He has one single move that is an across-the-screen grab that shows off the Dragon install, but he doesn't have, like, a form like that. Which was really... It felt weird, because he's had that move as a power-up for years. And it was just suddenly gone. Would totally kick this dude's butt. I don't know. Can Space Alien Pool play... Sorry, can Space Alien Venom play pool? Robert Hartley is raiding with 95 people. Hi. Hi, 95 people.
Win. Straight.
Oh boy.
Hope you enjoyed your game, because there's gonna be a barbecue afterwards.
So for everyone in chat right now, it's Robert Hartley's birthday. So give him a big old happy birthday in chat. Hi, my name's Carson. I go by Space Shark too. God, where do I begin? You probably know me as that guy who played Arena in Dingo Doodles. I also play video games. Right now? Oh, sorry, Tron. No sing a thing if we're in the middle of a raid. I'm gonna turn that off, actually. But, oh, actually, I'll do a happy birthday to Rob. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey! So yeah. I'm Arena from Dingo Doodles. I know, weird in person. I'm a lot cuter than my character. What else? We're currently playing Guilty Gear. It's more of a story mode stream, so get ready to kind of watch something with us. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. I'm really just hitting people right now because there's a little bit of story in the arcade mode that we need context for before we watch the Guilty Gear anime. You got that joke? Oh man. Yeah, I am that Carson. How did the rest of the stream go? I kinda dipped while Rob was catching up with chat.
How about you stay down? So, win. Duel. Turn up the heat.
Oh dang, you know what? We may as well start the watch party right now since everyone's in. So basically, with Guilty Gear, its story mode is a series of cutscenes. So we're basically watching Guilty Gear together. I did this back in 2021. Rob just subscribed too. So when people subscribe on this channel, Turian gifted a tier 1 sub to Rob. So when people sub to this channel, we do a little bit of a doot for them. So give me 1 sec. Oh, hey, Jonathan King. I have not gotten anything good in Final Fantasy yet. I got another Avalanche Tifa. So yeah, since it's his birthday, how about... Oh, actually, how about we do this one? Thanks, Turian, for gifting Rob a sub. Here, give me 1 sec. Alright. So, where did I put my charger? So basically what we're doing here, if you don't know what Guilty Gear is a fighting game created by Daisuke Ishiwatari. He also made all the characters and drew most of the art and composes all the music. He's gotten help recently, but it all started with him. This is his magnum opus, and we're gonna watch some story mode.
Story.
So sit back, relax, and if you have any questions, I'm willing to answer for you.
It's time. Are you prepared?
All aspects of our plans are proceeding accordingly. Now all we can do is wait.
No.
Oh, enjoy
I
your
meant,
time
are you
away,
prepared
Marcus.
Mentally.
Mentally? You were the last person I ever expected to hear that from.
True. I do not understand the human mind well. However, if you are having second thoughts, that would be a problem.
You needn't waste your time worrying. In fact, I would
So,
think you might be
in this
having
world, back in the
issues.
1990s,
Mental preparedness.
things are doing well.
We
And then
Valentines
once
have no
2000 hit,
We do
Y2K
not
destroyed
seek
all the
meaning in our
technology and it really
actions,
sucked.
or even to understand
So,
them.
so then these guys with the
We do what
masks
must
came
be
in.
done.
They're called the
Anyone with
Conclave.
desire of a cog in a larger
And
machine.
they basically were like,
The
hey,
same cannot be
technology's
said for your
whack.
sister, though.
Let's just put magic everywhere and just do that.
Why?
And magic turned out to be really,
That was
really
my
good.
mother's
it had
idea.
like maximum
It is not my
efficiency.
business
It
to ask
didn't
why.
have like any
Indeed.
real
And it
problems
would be a problem
in terms of
for us
society
should
or
there be a similarly
environmentally.
weak link in this
So later in the 2000s, they were
invested
like,
a
fuck,
great deal.
yeah, we're just gonna ditch
It
all
must
technology, go with magic.
succeed.
She was faulty and could not fulfill her duty. She does
Go
not
green,
possess
choose
sufficient
magic,
information
exactly.
To sabotage this operation, regardless of her failings.
I definitely hope that is the truth.
I confess.
So they're basically like
I
the
still
secret,
have
shadowy
doubts.
puppet government that rules the
Projected
world.
Casualty count alone.
This again? We have all agreed, if we miss this opportunity, who knows when the next might be upon us? Assuming the world can last that long, I fear we do not have the time required to make humankind understand why this is necessary.
I understand.
So we're basically in
We
the like
exist because
super
of
evil
what we
plot
intend
room.
to do today.
Precisely. And we must act before that man has an opportunity to undermine us.
Are you done?
Here, I can pull up a list of voice actors.
Yes. As for you, Ramlethal, are you certain you can defeat Soul Bad Guy?
I am only a pawn in a much larger scheme. I don't need to defeat him. Activating the cradle is our common goal, and that's all I need to do.
Very well, then.
Oh, it's
Let's
Richard
begin.
Epcar.
The Last Dawn.
He was in JoJo, I know that. Yeah, he was Joseph Joestar. He was also in what's Bobo 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 Bobo? He was apparently Wolf Daddy in Blood Lad. Vox Machina? Yeah. I think so, at least. Nope, maybe not.
What's happening?
Still don't know the cause, sir, but we're getting readings from the center of Babylon showing strong vibration and shockwaves.
Is it Ramlethal?
Sonar results are in. We've located a very large object. It seems to be the source of the vibration and shockwaves, sir.
But can you tell me what
I
the
didn't
hell
get a
it
chance
is?
to see Vox
Matter
Machina.
analysis can't keep up,
God,
sir, and all our
Vox
local
Machina yet.
contacts aren't responding.
Son of a bitch. Send in search and rescue, now!
Right away.
You might know
That
this
damn
guy's
damage
voice,
report.
Leia
We need
Whitefang,
an evac notice
as
in all nearby cities.
Sojiro
One
Sakura
last
from
line
Persona
now.
5.
We'll need to cooperate on this one.
Yes, sir. The press line won't stop ringing, sir.
Later, let the 3rd Division handle it.
Sir, we have an incoming transmission from His Majesty.
Put it through.
Yes, sir.
Kai, what the hell is going on in Babylon? Does it have anything to do with Japan?
Most likely, yes. We're still trying to determine how to deal with all of this. But the situation is bad.
So,
I'm going to need your approval.
it turns out that when you use magic to create machines of war, sometimes it can go haywire.
To release Elf
They
temporarily.
made these magical beings called gears that turned against humanity, and there was like a 100-year crusade where humanity was fighting for survival.
This is exactly
And
why we
during the
must
events of
release
that those crusades,
We must
Japan was
obtain
just
Avatar
turned into a crater.
to control this
Like,
situation.
all of Japan's gone. The people living there, there were some of them that got out.
No.
They're rare now, though.
What if this only makes it worse? She can't be trusted. What if she's just stringing you along?
I thought as much. Then I've no choice but to act on my own.
What? Hey! Damn it, Pampino!
Sir!
Now what?
I mean, he does have a baby face.
Initiating biosecurity scan. Identity confirmed as Kai Kiss, King of Illyria. Executing contingency 8. Releasing level 2 restrictions.
Alfeld, can you hear me?
Yes.
Everything you predicted has taken place just as you said it would. What I'm about to propose may seem too convenient, but...
You needn't worry. I knew this would happen as well.
Can you stop her?
My sister and I possess the same control restraints. I will stop her.
Final boss connected. Alpha status not
So Elfelt here is the same kind of being as the person who just destroyed Babylon. She just likes wearing a wedding dress everywhere, I guess.
Our plan has proven successful, Soul Bad Guy. However, I've determined that you may eventually become an obstacle. You spell trouble for my mother. That's bad. Die!
Old man!
Shit.
Huh? Why?
Because your sister's here.
What? Thank goodness we got her here in time.
I'm not saying it again. Whatever's going on at Babylon, stop it now!
Impossible. I couldn't even if I wanted to. No one can stop it. Not me, not you.
Huh. Well, don't see much point to you then.
Soul, wait.
Soul Bad Guy is our rough around the edges protagonist.
We have far too little information about the situation. This is the wisest course.
He was literally named after the Queen song, Mr. Bad Guy.
We're losing the target! It disappeared!
Disappeared?
Sir, we're not getting anything on sonar or on the residual magic scanner. I can't see anything.
What the hell could make something that huge disappear?
But what should we do?
We can't let people panic. Remind all divisions to maintain total media blackout. Activate the military and local law enforcement.
Oh, sorry, I completely missed that. Cronus's voice as well?
24/7.
Who voiced
Understood.
Cronus?
Damn it, we don't have time to wait. Send all of the intel we've got to the Department of Defense for analysis. The Royal University, too.
Sir.
Okay,
What's the status on
you
those
probably know
They're
Cronus's
all
voice.
connected. Good.
It was Liam
That's been
O'Brien.
through. I'm heading in for a meeting.
Wait, hold on. We're receiving a transmission from His Majesty. He's saying they've captured Ramlethal.
What? Are you sure?
I'll put him on.
Before you do that, make sure you tell him he's a son of a...
I mean, Liam basically pops up in anything like this. I mean, let's be honest.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a bird?
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Sam was in this
What?
too.
No.
Really? Not even once?
What's the point? The human mind is so different from a bird's we couldn't even comprehend the reality anyway. Come on, you're an adult. Act like it.
Oh, what? You don't have dreams?
Yeah, he was Kai
I guess
Kisuke,
it would
the
be cool to be able to fly.
That's the same thing.
the blondie.
No, it's not. You don't have to be a bird to fly.
That's not what I meant.
Alright then. You ever thought about becoming a cockroach?
Ugh, definitely not.
Why not?
Because they're creepy?
You sure? You never know. You might enjoy it.
Yeah, God,
You've
who
got to be
did
kidding
Matt Mercer play in this?
None of the socio-political bullshit. No real natural enemies. Plus, you're next to impossible to kill. Doesn't that sound like a pretty nice life?
Was he Salt?
But you'd be gross.
No, he was Zato.
Roaches think they're gross.
You'll
Well,
see
true, I guess
Zato
they
later.
Probably don't.
No guessing about it. Why would they? You and I see everything through the lens of being human. Transforming into something else entirely isn't that much different than death. This whole world could be one big lie.
That seems a little narrow-minded.
Right? No romance with him. Just nitpicking.
This is
So the
science,
interesting thing
not
about Guilty
romance.
Gear is, at
All
its
I'm
core,
saying
it's a
is that our values are
romance story
informed by our experiences and the stimuli we have at our disposal.
between the
So
guy
the
on the
only
left and the
logical
girl
thing
on
to
the
do
right.
is live our lives to the
All the
fullest in
stuff that
moment.
happens in the game is because of these two.
Frederick, we may be scientists, but we're humans too. Don't you think your perspective is a little lonely?
What?
Let's take your past, for example. Is that a memory for you, or just a sequence of events?
Seriously? You're going to try and critique my philosophy with sentimentality.
Let me rephrase then. If the world was going to disappear tomorrow,
So what happened
What would you
once
do today?
Rob caught up with Chad?
What kind of a question is that? Stop
Did he
whatever's
do
ending
the
world
the
or
crossword
die
that was sent?
trying.
I heard that there was a crossword.
You mean spend it with someone you love? Alright, break's over. I'm going back and you two should too. Just because Vince gave the order doesn't mean you get to be late.
He didn't catch up because he did the crossword? Oh boy.
well, you definitely made her feel lonely. You really do like to get lost in your own little world, don't you?
Yeah,
That must have been one hell of a
I picked the
crossword.
wrong answer. Rub it in.
That's not what I meant, Frederick. She's worried about you.
I'm gonna be
What?
completely
Why would
honest.
she do that?
When I was asked to give like a
Well,
little
what?
happy birthday thing
world is
to
very small.
Rob,
And whatever you do,
I
you do
I
it
wasn't
alone.
told
Even in the
when
laboratory,
or
all you have
in
are
what format
ideas.
it would be used, aside from like, hey, we're doing a
So I should
collage.
kiss an ass so I can play with the cool
So I got
kids?
really lucky
I've
that
got
I
you an
rated him
aria.
today.
That isn't enough.
Skin because he had to go? Nah, that's fair. He's a busy boy.
Sole bad guy, the flame of corruption. A hybrid of gear and human cells built by that man. But even with all that power, you can't escape your humanity. Still, you're one hell of a scientist. You figure out a way to keep your real power under wraps so people still think you're human. But the truth is something else.
What is it? You seem much more cheerful than usual.
Yes, this is wonderful. He's the perfect protagonist for our story. If he were art, even a
This is a fun
third-rate
crossword
curator would
that
be able to
Sparrow
see
Fly
that there
Away
was
did.
something special
One clue
about
from
him.
each type of
In your
one-shot
life's
series
work, destruction of the
LP over
gears
the
and
past
revenge on
12
that man.
years.
A fascinating
Dang.
contradiction, and
Sorry,
such
not 12
passion.
years, 2 years.
This
12 years I think might be a
eventually
bit
become
much.
Part of the mythology of the world we'll create. A world of absolutes.
Before we do, however,
That's
the
dedication,
conflict
though.
must act.
Rob has such a
Ah,
great
yes, of
fan
course.
base.
Ramlethal, unstable though she is,
I'm
turned
really
out better than
happy
expected.
that he's got such a
Then you
cute,
shall
just
continue
a
to
good
direct
community.
our little farce on the
He
secret
absolutely deserves you guys. Here, we will continue with the story.
This is Kate Walther. Local time is 3:15
Writing your own birthday
PM.
messages,
We're
100 words is a
interrupting our
tough limit.
regularly scheduled
Sending a
program
gift
for
soon?
breaking
Ah,
news.
that's exciting. It's always great when somebody
just
that you
received word
like
that
gets a
Ramlethal
physical gift
Valentine
from you.
has been
Because,
captured
like,
by the Knights of Illyria,
it really
only a
feels
week
like
after her
it's something
declaration of
tangible
war.
that connects you to, right? Oh yeah,
Details on her capture
Guilty
are
Gear
scarce, but it appears
is
to
one
be
of the
related to the
prettiest
massive earthquake in
games that
Babylon
you'll
yesterday.
come across. I think this game came out in 2014.
Now for an update from Babylon, we go to our man on the scene, Mr. Kadaoki.
Sorry, 2015.
Thanks, Kate. This is Karaoke reporting live. The scene here is unbelievable.
What's really cool about Guilty Gear is that in a world where we're trending more towards realism, they embrace stylization, and because of that, the look of this game is pretty evergreen. I don't think that there will be a time when this game does not look good. The animation's kind of janky.
Unfortunately, at this point, all we're left with are more questions.
Can you elaborate?
But I think that's just because they're making a movie in a fighting game engine.
But structures seem unharmed, ruling out an explosion.
But yeah, 100 words was a tough limit. It was really hard trying to finagle your thoughts and feelings into that many words.
As we speak, in hopes that it may shed some light.
Are we just karaoke? Oh, okay. Thank you.
In some way connected to Ramlethal.
The government is proceeding on that assumption, yes. Although some believe that it has something to do with the change in St. Elmo's fire.
St. Elmo's fire? The Thanksgiving festival is still some time off, but the timing seems a little close to be a coincidence.
Our sources also tell us the UN is holding emergency meetings to discuss deploying Opus units into actual combat.
Could you explain to the viewers at home what exactly an Opus is?
Of course. The Opuses are man-made super soldiers built under the instruction of the Sanctus Populi.
So basically, the church made androids, and that's definitely not going to be a problem
During
later.
Baptisma 13, the Illyrian army, even armed with magic, was easily overwhelmed by the attacking forces and suffered heavy casualties. The Opuses were developed to give mankind the ability to contend with future possible Valentine attacks. Maximus Aerials has been praised for championing rapid development of anti-Valentine defense systems.
Thank you. That was Mr. Karaoke reporting live from Babylon.
What could have possibly caused thousands
So the way the magic is integrated into the society is really interesting because it developed kind of the same way that technology would. Like you have fighter jets, you have radios, you even have kind of like cell phones where if you put your fingers towards your ear, like a little sigil pops up and you can talk to people.
Obviously.
Why not?
How are we supposed to explain we used another Valentine to get Ramlethal?
If the media were to get wind of that, it would be unfortunate. It's more convenient to allow the Illyrian army to take the credit.
Besides, not everybody loves your dear old dad. All that crusading for justice means he's pissed at more than his share of cornflakes.
That's not the point.
So these two,
Oh, politics is bullshit.
Saul and Kai, they're the classic
Well,
red
as long as I
swordsman and
get
blue
paid,
swordsman
I don't
trope,
really give a damn.
where they're
A
always
cool
at
meal, right?
odds with
Man,
each
I
other.
wonder how much filet mignon that would get us.
But what's really interesting is like
Shit. I haven't taught you to
the red swordsman is the gruff guy, and the blue swordsman is the
In any event,
sort of proper guy.
Valentines
But the
are
gruff
key to
guy is the main
solving this
character.
mystery. Once they've woken up, we'll need to ask some questions.
We don't really have time to wait around. If they aren't awake yet, I got some ideas about how to get them up.
But wait! Yes, they may be Valentines, but they still need to recover.
Fine, whatever.
So, what were they talking about? That St. Elmo thing or whatever it was?
It's a big-ass lightning bolt.
What? Why are we
That
supposed
is
to care
basically
about
what
that?
it is.
Can't you ever actually explain anything?
They slapped a big old lightning rod in the middle of
I
the
thought
city
we
so that the
agreed you
giant
didn't
lightning
get to tell
bolt
me
would
how to
strike
raise
that.
this kid.
St. Elmo's fire is a bolt of lightning that strikes every 13 years. There is no meteorological explanation, but it always comes in the autumn.
Oh.
During the Crusades, it saved several members of the Holy Order when it struck a group of gears. The fire gave the Crusaders the advantage, and ultimately allowed mankind to triumph. Since then, humanity has taken to celebrating its arrival.
So, you're saying
Oh, you're
Babylon
enjoying
got
Lego Star
toasted
Wars?
by
That's
this
great.
lightning?
No.
I've heard that it was
Ramlethal
really, really good,
clearly
and
knew
like there's a
about it before
ton
it
of side
happened,
content
so
in
I
that.
think we can rule out natural disaster on this one.
Correct. In the unlikely event that St. Elmo's fire were to fall on populated areas, the casualties would be tremendous. In truth, it could easily destroy an entire city. That is why mankind has built a lightning rod to attract it.
What?
Illyria Castle is that lightning rod.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. So, basically, it's a big-ass lightning bolt.
Exactly.
So the relationship between Saul and Sin is kind of hilarious. 'Cause so Kai's the king of a big country, Illyria, right? And he basically had a child with the enemy, and that wasn't going to be good for Kingdom Unity, so he sent him away with Saul so that Saul could raise him. And Saul's a gruff guy, so he basically took him on the road while he was bounty hunting, and like,
What's happening
basically
At the moment, we've managed to
mistreated him or altered his perception of what good stuff is. Like, to reward him for a good job, he gave him a glass of water with like sugar in it.
Something on the other side is going to be a danger to them. Perhaps, but the media has shown no restraint.
You're on Rise of Skywalker?
Could be a
Jeez.
blessing, but I'm still
Dang.
concerned.
And you got Eyes
No
of
one
Heaven,
seems to
the
understand
JoJo
the
game?
gravity
I hope
of
you
the
enjoy it.
situation.
People rarely show much concern for
If I remember correctly, the story was supervised by Iraqi, so...
Is that really what you think?
Yes. A long time ago, human civilization used science to propel itself to dizzying heights, but sacrificed the most basic connections between people. Perhaps now we're headed down that same path, but with sorcery in place of technology.
I hope you're joking. Anyway, how are things on your end?
We're regaining some stability as well. Ramlethal's declaration caused some unrest at first, but that's died down. The press team got out ahead of it, which helped a good deal.
No doubt those speeches from the former president helped as well.
I certainly hope so. However, that leaves us with our most pressing problem. The massive creature that attacked Babylon. We're still not sure what it is.
According to the High King's report, Ramlethal called it the Cradle.
Then we can be certain it's connected to her somehow. Can we assume it won't reappear now that she's been captured?
Yes,
Wish
I
could tell you
did.
yes, but the truth is, that may not be the case.
I can't do a very good Avdel voice.
Evidently, Ramlethal's worldwide declaration was just to distract us from what was really happening in Babylon. A diversion.
And we fell right into her trap. So we have a bigger problem than we thought. And someone else is pulling the strings?
I'll get there.
Yes.
Only if I practice.
Developing a counter.
I'm not necessarily rushing to learn the Avdol
Who's
voice.
actually behind all this isn't going to be easy.
Plus, I never actually watched the dub
there's
version of
anything we can do to
JoJo
help,
Part 3.
Please, don't hesitate to ask.
Thanks.
Which reminds me, what's the story with the other Valentine?
Her name is Elfelt Valentine.
We can't
You
learn
like Giorno
anything
and
from her?
Josuke? They're really fun to play as.
Unfortunately not. We don't know why, but she'll only talk to the High King. We'd like to bring her to the capital.
Once you get to the Part 7 stuff,
But
you're
it's
gonna
too
start
dangerous to
realizing a
enter
lot
such
of
a
stuff
densely
about
populated
Arena.
area. So we're just
I'll
gonna
leave
have
that
to
there.
hope His Majesty can handle it.
I see. Well,
By the way, if any of you guys in chat have any, like, Dingo Doodles questions, go ahead and fire them off while you're here. I can answer the ones I'm allowed to answer.
but I shudder to think what might have happened if it had turned out to be the wrong call.
The vibe of this stream is basically a chill hangout, so, you know, even though we're watching Guilty Gear right now,
I first noticed
we're
it
just
during
vibing.
the international press conference, but lately, the High King's actions have gotten more and more unpredictable.
Don't ask. You can
Sir,
ask
if you
about
looked
the
up
sheep.
problem
I'm just
child
gonna
in my
tell you
dictionary,
that you'll find out in
you'd see a
September.
picture of Kai Kisk.
Shall we recap? We have discovered vital and disturbing information regarding the Cradle, which could alter the course of mankind in the right hands. I understand time is short, so what do you believe we should do in this time of crisis?
So the Scotsman there, his name's Slayer.
Why are you doing this?
He's a
Is
vampire.
something the matter?
You already know exactly what you want to do, right? So you're just testing us to see if we agree with you. I don't like it.
always so difficult to please.
Be that as it may, we have an obligation to deliver this information to the appropriate party. Even an assassin does not want the world to end.
Combat's kind of hard to get used to, and so is targeting. Yeah, I will say Eyes of Heaven is kind of janky in that
But we are a guild
regard.
of assassins. The ending of life.
Venom's really, really cool.
As such, though we have
In terms of
powerful
gameplay,
allies,
he
we have
basically plays
powerful
billiards.
foes, making it difficult
So
to
he'll
simply
fire off
knock
cue balls
upon a
that'll bounce
lady's
across
door.
the screen, and you can have pockets that will explode if you land a ball in them.
What of Lord Mining in the Post-War Administration Bureau? He still wields a good deal of power in Illyria.
You forget so soon? The Bureau reports directly to the Conclave. Lord Mining may be a friend, but that is a very risky play.
The Conclave does have eyes and ears in councils and boardrooms across the world. Even those we trust could be compromised. Which leaves America or the Federation of China?
Okay, that is out of the question. The moment we leave Illyria, we're going to be wanted criminals.
We don't have a choice. I wish it could be avoided, but... Then again, the High King, Kai Kisk, his views are often at odds with the Conclave's.
Currently watching The Batman?
Not a bad
I watched
suggestion
that
at
too.
all. We
I
must
thought it was really
contact him
cool
at
the way that they
once.
focused on Batman
Yes,
as a
sir.
detective.
Yes?
The Conclave hired us so they wouldn't get their hands dirty. But that got us close to them. Or at least closer than anyone else.
Plus, I kind of like how
So,
Robert Pattinson
why
just looks
bother
like
telling the
Batman
king
if it
at
was
all?
designed by
Why not
Gerard
just
Way
deal
from
with
My
this
Chemical
ourselves?
Romance.
A clever deduction, but there's a great deal we still don't know. I don't wish to act in haste.
You're not going to make us go straight over this, are you?
Am I?
The Illyrians aren't the kind of people to gloss over the things we've done for one juicy piece of information.
Qui? I don't believe you're in the guild.
You really like to poke us to see how we squirm, don't you? Is this some part of your dandyism?
I have no comment on that inquiry, which you may interpret as you will. However, on the subject
I'll
of
catch you later,
bandits,
Trom. Hope you have a great
Forget
night.
it. And if I hear you even start to say milady, I just might have to stab you.
a terrifying.
Oh yeah,
thought
they
indeed.
nailed the vibe of
lips
Gotham
are sealed.
completely
It is a
in
mystery, though.
Robert Pattinson's The
What does
Batman.
the Conclave plan to do with all that power?
I think it's not as
Hopefully not start a
crazy
war just because they're
as
old and bored.
Who goes there?
as like 80s Batman, but want spoilers for Sonic 2? If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to keep it spoiler free.
If you have no business with us, I must ask that you remove yourself.
Too slow.
Good talk.
This is bad.
I realized maybe putting a vibrating controller on a wooden table where my microphone is might not be the best idea.
We're finally done.
Yes.
Stabilized gear cells infused with magic. This means no more human illness.
I never could have done this without you and Arya.
Don't try to be modest. You're about to win every achievement award they've got and get your name in the history books.
I'm not really interested in that.
Have a little pride, man. Although,
So yeah,
this could
back
flip the
here
healthcare system
in
on its head.
2015,
You're going
they
to
were
face some
basically inventing
resistance.
immortality.
I'm not concerned about that, actually.
You're afraid someone's going to weaponize
Like they got magic after Y2K,
decided
and
I
by
will turn over
2015
all of
they
my
were
research
on the
on
road
gear
to
cells
immortality.
and the
It's
theory behind
magic
it.
made things go at a crazy pace.
You gotta be kidding me.
Only if they can meet 4 conditions.
Which are?
1. Any benefits derived from this research may only be used to further peace in the world. 2. Everyone involved in further research must have their physical and financial well-being guaranteed. 3. The current staff will retain their jobs, and with a significant budget increase to keep this facility intact. And lastly, these conditions must be publicly announced to prevent the state from going back on them once they have been agreed.
That sounds like an amazing deal.
All right, what if they don't go for it? I hate to say it, but you should probably be prepared for the worst.
If and when that happens, I'll have to put a contingency plan in place to destroy all of our research material.
Well, that will be a huge waste of our best years.
It's a great hostage situation where it's like, hey, if you're not cool about this, we're just gonna make it so that you guys don't have immortality. How about that? I really appreciate the hustle.
Listen to me. This is about Arya.
Aha! I was wondering where you two were, and of course you're here in the lab.
I thought you
Gotham
went
and the
home.
Batman's perfect mix of
I'm working tonight.
Nolan
Unlike
Gotham and
some
Burton Gotham.
people,
I have
these
to
cells are
agree.
very delicate. They might die if someone doesn't keep an eye on them.
Actually, I believe the gear cells are quite resilient.
Hush! I'm not just cultivating gear cells. Besides, tomorrow's an important day.
Vexen's
for both
voice
of you.
actor as
Go get
the
some
guy
sleep.
talking to Freddy. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a stitch in my side. I must have run here too fast.
What the hell?
One thing that's really cool about Guilty Gear is it helps you imagine magic in a modern setting. So like all three of those guys are magical physicists. They're studying the effect of magic on reality, the same way that a physicist would study physics. So if you're ever like in a D&D campaign and you want to make it modern, it's kind of interesting to think about what jobs a society would have like that.
Finally up?
What?
You say some pretty freaky shit in your sleep, lady.
That's just something I was programmed to say when... Wait, what? How long have you been there?
That's a good question. That's kind of creepy, to be honest.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Hey, what is this? You two friends now?
Come on, don't be so hard on her.
Kai, you want to explain?
Of course. She appeared nearly a month ago and told me... Actually, perhaps you should explain, Miss Valentine.
Explain yourself.
needn't worry.
Otherwise, Saul's
I
gonna
trust
get
all
kind
of
of pissed.
All right. My name is Elphelt Valentine. Ram and I are kind of twins. This event was supposed to have been ignited by both of us.
I'm guessing something went wrong.
I fell short, I suppose you could say.
What?
Mother had ordered me to marry a death metal singer, but at the wedding
Come on, I'm not getting any younger.
What did you do to the poor death metal singer?
Rush me. This isn't easy, you know. Anyway, the party got pretty rowdy, people were getting excited. I was flirting with him, and then my head went blank. Oh, this is embarrassing. Anyway, I think that was when my self awakened or something, and I couldn't be a Valentine anymore.
Are there any more of you?
No, my fiancé ran away too. I'm all alone now.
Well, that wasn't very death metal of him.
So why are you here again?
Oh, well, I thought it would be awful to kill all the humans, so I came here to stop Ram. Ramlethal, I mean. My sister. So I kept trying to explain myself to people, but nobody would believe that I was a Valentine. They kept saying they didn't have time for this or telling me where the hospital was. Isn't that super mean? So I thought it might just be quicker if I talked to somebody important. And who's more important than the king? And what do you know? It worked out. I've got some kind of mysterious power that helps me locate Mr. Kisk.
Kai, You know what high blood pressure is, right? If this conversation doesn't end, oh, I don't know, right now, mine's gonna give me an aneurysm.
I understand, but please contain that anger just a moment longer.
I think this
Saul's
is the first
sphincter
time
could
I've ever
crush
actually
diamonds right
respected
now.
you. What kind of training just lets you sit through this bullcrap?
You needn't look at me that way. We did every bioscan we could conceive of. She is definitely not human, which is why I chose to listen.
Son of a...
I'm not sure I'm really getting all this, but you're pretty hot shit, right? Like Ramlethal?
What? Oh, yes. Hot shit. Very hot.
Yep, the hottest shit ever.
Whoa, really? Awesome!
Aw, they like each other.
I'm sorry, Kai. There's a small chance I may have failed as a mentor and guardian.
Small?
Usually we're programmed to just carry out our missions, and defying that program is basically impossible. But on the day of the wedding, I think all the excitement just overloaded my womanhood, and it broke my programming.
She was literally so hyped to get married that
what's
she
that
was
mean?
like, wait a minute, I can think for myself. How about that?
So, suddenly you were overcome with guilt and decided to betray Ramlethal.
Betray? That sounds so
Hey, no worries, Bandicoot. I hope
Just
you enjoyed the
drop
movie.
This human act, all right? Nothing good's gonna come from your kind having a conscience.
It's not an act.
Didn't miss too much.
My mission was to infiltrate human society.
Essentially, an android from the astral plane went and destroyed a city, and everyone was freaking out about it, so they sent her, Elfeld, to go deal with it, and she did, but the city was still destroyed.
Has emotions too.
And also, Rob rated us on his birthday, which
Now,
I guess I should
on to
probably...
business.
Business?
There is a reason we took her from Illyria and put her in my custody. Our security has
There we
been
go. I'll throw another
compromised,
shout out
and our
down there
cabinet
because I
is
think it
in
got
league with our
lost in the chat.
What?
I will be blunt then. The cradle that attacked Babylon, it is being controlled by the Conclave.
Oh yeah, it got absolutely
Seriously?
buried.
Why?
They're trying to use it to take over the world.
Ha! How imaginative.
Why is that funny?
Well, I always thought those old turds were up to something. The Conclave controls most of the damn world already. What the hell else would they want to take over?
That's all
The
I know,
moon.
really. That's just what they were saying.
Who was saying? Are you telling me you talked to the Conclave?
Yes.
Can I up the game volume? Yeah, sure.
Then why the hell don't you know more?
Hey, stop it!
Ow!
You're scaring her.
Here, give me 1 sec, actually. That should be good.
What? Now your best pal?
I'll catch you later, Matt. Thank you so much for
My heart
popping by. I
always
really
has
appreciate
and
it.
always will be open to all.
Hope you have a great night.
Besides,
Or day,
just
depending
saved
on
your
where you are.
ass. Doesn't seem
I
nice to
hope
return
you
the
have a
favor by
great.
being a jerk.
Fine. Let's try this then. What are the Valentines after? What are you going to get out of helping the Conclave?
Oh, what happened tonight,
Our
Bandicoot?
mission was to activate the cradle no matter what. Beyond that, they didn't tell us anything.
You seriously expect me to believe this bullshit?
You've seen what she can do. Without her, you might not be alive right now. If she had been lying to us, she could have easily joined forces with Ramlethal and killed you instantly.
That's the best reason you've got to trust her? Some king you are.
That isn't what I said. I just don't think it could hurt to analyze the situation calmly.
I wish you'd just trusted me sooner. Maybe we could have saved all the people in Babylon.
Hey, if you weren't a punk-ass bitch, people wouldn't have died.
Your Majesty, it's Ramlethal!
Fair enough, Bandicoot.
What's going on? What?
You called those restraints? You should have done your research.
You really want to pick a fight with us? Now!
No, there is no need to fight.
What?
We're 34,000 feet up. If this ship goes down, I doubt anyone will survive.
No. She's
That's
attacking
kind
the
of
ship.
spicy.
Huh?
There's no point. As long as I'm here, you can't use your power, Ram.
Why did you betray me?
Why do you want to exterminate humanity?
I don't understand the question.
You have emotions too, don't you? Isn't our mission horrifying?
It's not, and I don't have emotions. A tool doesn't need emotions. Are you not proud to be one of Mother's tools? I don't
Colin
understand.
Farrell is a fantastic-looking penguin.
Why did
yeah.
you create her, Mother? Or am I the one who has failed to fulfill my role?
Ooh.
Hey, we're asking the questions here.
And I'm not answering them.
Fine. You can die instead.
My mission has been completed. I have no further purpose. Kill me if you want.
Wait, please!
Saul, don't take that as asking
You were
for
much
it.
more involved than I was. Do you know what's going to happen next?
DeVito is definitely the
Tell
best
us.
penguin, by far.
Soul, you're not doing us any good here. Stand down. Let us see how this plays out.
We don't have time to sit on our hands, kid.
Perhaps, but the way you're handling this could ruin everything. I need to get a proper interrogator in here.
Hey, old man!
What?
You think I could try talking to her?
And what the hell's an idiot like you gonna get out of her? This isn't a game.
I can't really explain it, but I feel like we're close somehow.
Fine. Suit yourself.
Thank you for being reasonable for at least 3 seconds, Saul, bad guy.
You seem to be having fun.
I am actually rather excited at the moment. You see, even I begin to feel the rush of adrenaline when fighting numerous skilled opponents.
That smile, like you don't have a care in the world. It reminds me of your sister.
So Batman was voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, the guy who did Yosuke from Persona
My
4.
apologies. Was that inappropriate?
It doesn't matter to me. I was surprised you even cared about Delilah.
And to
Isn't
talk
that
in a
the
run-on
force that
sentence in a
drives you?
monotone is like
Indeed, that
really
is why I
impressive.
must turn this world into an absolute one.
That world is almost within our grasp.
Yes, one chapter at a time, the story will unfold, and just the way we want it to. Maybe not quickly, but it's moving in the right direction. In any event, the cast this time is very pleasant. The director should feel lucky. Well, it's time for Phase 2. I should be going.
Good luck and Godspeed.
So the reason he's called Bedman is because he's basically confined to a
Massive
robotic
heat source
bed
detected. It's at
and locked in a dream state.
40.036011
He's got an illness where
by
if he's asleep it doesn't progress, but once he wakes up, there's a very
It's
good
north
chance
of
that
the
he's
Black
gonna
Sea.
die.
Something's coming in.
Particle analysis complete. It's a 93.2% match. There's no mistaking it. That's the cradle, sir.
I'm currently trying to write a modern fantasy setting for a D&D campaign. I'm trying to take inspiration from like a bunch of different sources, like Shin Megami Tensei and Persona, Guilty Gear, Hellboy. There's just so much crazy modern fantasy out there.
Wait, hold on. I have an incoming transmission.
Sire, this is Major Lyle of the Istanbul Battalion. Cyprus platoon is here supporting.
Ah, you're the unit en route to Babylon.
Personally, I'm really partial to like the Hidden Worlds version, where it's like normal society is happening, and then just behind the scenes, when nobody knows about it, all this magical shit's going down.
Major Lyle, I want you to advance on the enemy, but do it slowly. We don't want to provoke it.
Raising threat level to red alert. Beginning attack.
It's a bit overplayed, but I've got a soft spot for it.
That thing until we've analyzed it. That is an order. Remain at a safe distance and report.
But maybe
the
it's
fight.
because like the type of modern fantasy where it's integrated into society, I don't think there's been a lot of good media. The only one I can think of is like the movie Bright with Will Smith, and that was not an amazing movie.
Target acquired. Ready to fire at any time, sir.
Good. Fire!
Damn it!
Not good.
I really love the idea of you walk into the library, and sitting there is a Dracolich with a pair of glasses, looking at a Rolodex, trying to find out where his book is in the library.
Possible? How could? Alien can't penetrate with physical or magical attacks.
Retreat, soldier! That's an order!
High energy levels detected around the cradle. These are the same
After
as the
having an
readings from
internet
Babylon.
service called showed up early, left late, you finally go to an evening showing of Fantastic Beasts, 2.5 hours. So you showed up and you realized that you were automatically charged for the special screen tickets. Everything gets fixed and you're told that the movie was running 40 minutes late because there being a fire alarm. So you get the special screen tickets back that you didn't ask for. And wait, you go in, and after 20 minutes the movie starts right away. Oh boy.
The cradle has disappeared, sir. I'm not receiving any further transmission from Major Lyle.
God damn it! Deploy a team to the site. We need to see if there are any survivors. And see if you can find anything that will tell us about that thing. Shit. Were you recording all that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Give me the file.
Thank you,
and wipe
unnamed Operator 1.
What, sir?
Are you questioning my orders? Just do it, unless you want to end up in front of a court-martial. You seen the report?
Yes, just now. It's a disaster.
What about the Valentines? Have they told you anything useful?
Sadly, no. I have nothing to report.
Major Lyle's unit was under
So
your
in this
direct
world,
command.
the Kingdom
They
of
also
Illyria
served during the
basically
Baptisma 13
spans
campaign.
from the United Kingdom to China.
He and his unit were both brave
And it's really big, so there have to be 3
I don't mean to
kings.
speak ill of the dead,
The
but
High
I can't
King,
help but feel
Kai
their
Kisk,
insubordination
on the left
and
over there,
eradication as a
is like the
result
main
of your
man.
influence.
Then you have Leo Whitefang
Forget
on the
it.
right there.
Please,
He's like the
don't
second
hide
king.
anything from me.
And
Although
then
we
there's
do
a
have
third
command
king
equal
named
power.
Daryl. He doesn't
We
get
are
a
both
last name.
kings.
I apologize. I do not keep anything from you without thought. We cannot
He
speak
gets
on this
important,
line.
like,
It could place you in danger.
later.
I need time to assess the situation.
But as of right now, he just sorta, he exists.
I've acquired some very interesting data. Something worthy of an inquisition. A recording from the most recent encounter.
A recording? Of what?
I haven't given it to anyone else yet. Some of what's in here you may already know.
Understood. Send it over and I will look. Anything else?
I want you to contact Zep.
Zep?
Once you hear this, you'll understand. We will require President Gabriel's full cooperation.
So,
Very
back
well.
when magic was replacing technology,
Good luck.
India was like, nah, we like technology.
This is
So they
not a repeat
basically
of
took the
Baptisma
country
13.
and raised
Whatever
it
this is,
out of the ground
it is
on a
no
blimp.
mere invasion.
And they became the Kingdom of Zep.
Perhaps I should take a page from Kai's book.
They're the only
Time for a
country
risky
in this scenario
What is it?
that still goes
received
with
a
mechanical
transmission from
technology
Major
as
Lyle's
opposed to
unit.
magic technology.
What?
There are survivors.
They're alive?
Arr, nice to see you here, First Matey RDF.
Starting today, I'll be your interrogator.
Very convincing.
Come on, I know you've got some emotions in there, right?
I'm just Mother's tool. I have no such thing.
I think you do, and I
Oh,
can
jeez.
prove it.
Let's grab some water then.
Idiot dork! Madam, would you care to join me for a pas de deux?
Oh, so you're trying to incite anger.
I don't think I should be the one telling you this, but you're a terrible interrogator.
Thanks for the drink, RDF.
Well, of course. I'm not really here to get information out of you anyway.
What?
Super cheery for an interrogator, right?
How do I put this? Oh, it feels weird to just say it.
He's playing good cop, and I'm not sure that's how you play that.
You're odd.
Oh, right! I almost forgot. Oh, isn't he?
I forgot
He's
that
a mage
Sin
hound,
just
but
summoned a dog in
he's
this
not
game.
that different from a real dog. Their personality depends on how you raise them.
Stop that.
Why don't you pet him?
Ow! Stupid animal.
Oh, come on, that can't hurt that much. He's just playing with you.
I mean, it's a really good technique to take a puppy to try and give them emotions, because that's the best way of doing it.
Well, get anything?
Hmm? Oh, no, not really.
You start the
Why don't you
movie,
call
there's
it
a pause
quits?
during a dark scene, and you
Why
realize the
should I?
movie had been started
Doesn't
at the
matter
wrong
how
scene.
much they look like us.
Oh
Those
boy.
things ain't human.
It shaved off 7
So,
minutes setting up the
what's wrong with
story.
that?
It'd been at least 3
What?
years since the last film,
I
2
don't
years
see why
since you went
being
to the
created
cinema.
by somebody or
When you get to a
being
pivotal
different
scene,
from us makes them bad.
audio's gone. Oh boy. The lights turn back on. Several minutes later, the manager,
You'd roll
after
over for
chatting
anyone
with
who said
someone,
two nice
says
words
that
to
you
you.
can go to
What
another
if
theater or
Elfeld
pick up
betrays us?
passes. So you go to the standard theater and realize it's playing
Come on, now
Wow!
you're just being paranoid. If that happens, we'll worry about it when it happens.
I mean, at this
As long
point,
as
you've
we
kind of
understand
just...
each other, we can keep trying.
Somebody
You really think
describing
that
the movie
bleeding
to you
heart
would have been a
bullshit's gonna
better
work
decision.
on her?
Come on. It almost sounds like you're telling me I shouldn't trust anybody, or just go be a grumpy, lonely bounty hunter. Your world must be real small. You could at least try and make some friends. I think you'd like it, honestly.
Touch grass, Sol.
Anyway, I'm hungry. Time to get something to eat.
Got free tickets to watch the last 40 minutes of the movie.
Is this what they call being owned?
He said the same thing.
I need to screen grab that
I
to
just
use as
trying
a
to turn
meme.
him into me?
Don't worry. Sin understands you.
God, it really sounds like he should have just gone with the movie passes and gone to see it at a different theater. Or like a few days later when they get their shit together.
Why didn't you tell me you were sick?
I was worried. If I told you, I knew you'd drop everything
On a
until
different
you
day,
found a
yeah.
cure.
Obviously.
If you did that, I'd be alone again. I didn't want that.
So, once I figured out how to cure you, we'd have all the time in the world.
No, you don't understand. It's a TP infection.
Yeah, she was
I
a
don't
good
have much
Catwoman. I
time
just
left.
did not like the costume.
No.
I wanted to
The
enjoy
weird
time
mask
I had
that
left.
kind of just covers the nose kind of confused
Stop
me.
it. There has to be a way to fix this. I'll think of something. Of course, we'll put you in cryo sleep. Maybe we can't cure you right now, but someday.
Maybe, but then I'd just be alone again. Not dying isn't the same as living. Being alive is about having new experiences. It would be like dying to not be able to see my friends anymore. Especially you. So I want you there in the end, to see me off. That is what would make me happy.
No! You can find a new life in the future. You just have to live.
But that's not what she wants, Frederick.
Do you remember our conversation about wanting to be a bird? Didn't you say that turning into something else would be the same as dying?
Don't know if there's a failsafe system that was triggered by the fire alarm,
Like you
or if
said,
it was just a complete coincidence.
This world is
Oh,
where I
man.
belong. I'm the hero of my own story. So you're not allowed to tell me what to do.
No! This isn't okay.
I mean, I kind of get that. There was one day when I was at our local mall,
Try and listen to
and
someone
there
else
was
for
a
once.
power outage for like, I want to say
Selfish.
4 seconds.
Please.
No,
And
I refuse.
nobody's
My
systems
world's the one
worked
where
after
you
that.
Exist. I won't let anybody take that away from me. I'll fight for my world until I'm dead. I'm not giving up, and I'm sure as hell not listening to you.
But that world is coming to an end. I don't have any family, and I was always kind of a bookworm. It's not like I enjoyed studying, I was just desperate not to be left behind. I thought that if I kept to myself and didn't trust anyone, that I couldn't ever be hurt. But that made my world cold, small, and dark. I never felt alive there. I didn't even have any friends until I went to college. Can you believe that? But then I met you, and I even fell in love. For the first time in my life, I found something I wanted to care about. I was happy.
Arya,
But once I'm gone, I'm worried you'll be alone too. So please, promise me. Promise me you
That's
won't be alone.
Frederick and Arya. So technically, it's Saul and Jacko.
Our
But in the
pursuers
past.
do not seem to have appeared yet.
It was wise to pull Kai Kisk away from the capital. The government is having difficulty responding to us, just as predicted.
Back
I
in
doubt
the
this
evil
game of
council of
cat and
evil.
mouse will last long.
Yeah, the art
Agents of
styles
Sato,
between this and the
as
newest
well as the
game
king, are
kinda
drawing closer
changed
to
a bit.
us.
Who knows what is of
I
little
believe with
consequence
this, Daisuke Ishiwatari, the
Should
game's
this
director,
plan
was
fail,
still
however,
really,
it will
really
mean the
involved
end
in
of
the art.
humanity as we know it.
How old's Frederick
We
supposed to
must
be?
be successful,
He was a physicist
whatever
in
the
like
cost.
2014, so I think he was born in like the 80s.
Can we meet the demands of the universal will this time?
Worrying will not get us through.
So I mean, at this point, he's over 100 years old.
We've taken that tomorrow away from countless innocent souls. Can God forgive us for our sins?
A plant forms from a seed to bear fruit, and when the time comes, it drops that fruit to the ground. The fruit provides sustenance to the seeds, creating new life where there had been none.
Yeah, I mean, his birthday's unknown, but it's likely somewhere in the 70s or the
Humans
80s.
have refused to leave their
If the
branch.
timeline is that he
Desperately,
was
they
a
cling to it.
physicist about to get married in 2015, then yeah, it should be
I fear
70s
that
or
our
80s.
fruit will rot on the tree, never allowed to plant its seeds. The greatest sin is that the people fail to see this truth. The universal will has deemed them unfit. Perhaps that is why it has created something else. Humans, however, have earned the right to escape this process of elimination. Perhaps we are fighting against gods, but nothing will stand in our way.
But he's not a Gemini.
Finally.
He acts like a
Place
Scorpio.
Like this seems like the last place somebody'd find a guy like you.
Oh?
Johnny, at your service. Boss of the Jellyfish Pirates, too. That turns you crank.
I know who you are, but I'm still rather shocked. This is the first time a human I do not already know has come to speak with me.
Let me tell you, finding you was not easy. I'd heard you moved around a lot, but...
They restarted the movie after the first error, but
can
no
I
way
do
you were
for
going to
you
stick around to
today?
rewatch the whole film. No, I don't blame you. Your night was already ruined by that
I'd like
point.
you to treat someone, if that's possible.
Ah, I apologize if I seem rude, but I'm in something of a hurry. If your friend is ill, might I recommend visiting your local doctor?
Whoa there, bucko. Who the hell do you think we are? You're talking about the
Spicy and
Jellyfish Pirates.
unique? Yeah.
You can make a grown man cry with laughter. Plus, there's the fans, paparazzi.
So you are wanted in nearly every country on the globe.
Or, yeah, you could put it that way, I suppose. Sorry, but a normal hospital's not gonna cut it. Not for what we need.
Which is why you sought out a less reputable doctor. To wit, me. Very well.
So Dr.
You may
Faust used to
explain
be
the
a serial
details on
killer.
the way.
In the first game, he was known as Dr. Baldhead, and was literally just a bald guy with a huge scalpel. And he killed people because he felt guilty that he killed somebody on the operating table. But then he found out that the person on the operating table was assassinated, and he wasn't at fault. So then that kind of snapped him out of his crazy, and he's going around trying to heal people as much as he can to kind of repent for being a serial killer. Also, thanks for the drink,
I'm kinda
Bandicoot.
busy right now. I'll look at it later.
He's even got
Babylon
the
is a
bag over his
disaster
head.
zone right now. Whatever this business of yours is, it must be awfully important.
Answer, what is our manifesto?
Never ignore the suffering in front of us. I see. Well, in that case, I'll await further contact from you.
Right, do that. Smartass.
Oh, he's trying to help people now. Something happened between this game and the next game, Guilty Gear Strive, that made him kind of regress to being
As a
crazy
man
again.
can be, Doc.
Which we still don't know
You
why that
needn't
happened.
address me like that, please. I'm no longer worthy of that title.
Yeah, she's been having
So right now
strange
he's a
headaches
chill
lately.
dude.
I decided we couldn't ignore the symptoms any longer.
Oh, his chip. He was running.
This is a difficult problem. If you are correct,
Technically,
then
he's
we should
running for
attempt to
president
synthesize
at
a
this
cure
point.
as soon as
He wants
possible.
to make an entire country
gonna
in
stay
South
with us.
Africa. Not South
afraid I
Africa, but
can't
Southern
advise it.
Africa,
We
into a
should take
ninja
her to the
country.
colony.
Just a country of ninjas.
At the moment, it may only be a mild headache, but if untreated, more symptoms may present, and in the worst
Crazy
case,
Faust or Priest and Chocolate.
I know.
Oh boy.
But they say once you go into that place, you don't ever leave. I can't imagine how she'd
I
feel.
don't
locked
think
up
I
in
like
a
my
cage
odds
like
with either of them. I think at
cry,
least
that's for
Faust would do it quickly.
what's more
Chocolate would
her tears
have fun.
or her life?
Yeah, you're right. Just being selfish, I guess.
So Johnny over there
I
on the
didn't want
left,
her on my side.
he's the leader of the Jellyfish Pirates.
Oh?
She's family.
Which
Well,
are just a
that's
bunch of
surprisingly
orphans
sweet.
that fly the skies.
I like your answer. Very well. I confess this is not my area of expertise, but I shall have a look.
Essentially, Johnny runs an orphanage, but as a pirate.
I don't mean to toot my own
Is Chip the
horn,
Prince guy from the
but
last
I
game?
have treated
No, the
nearly
Prince guy from the last
every
game is
girl
Kai.
under the sun.
Kai Kisk.
Then I can tell her. There's
Chip
nothing
was
to
the
worry
guy
about.
who was hanging around with the
Not
guy
a
in the kimono,
problem.
Angie
Please,
Mito.
bring her here as soon as you can.
Sure thing. I owe you one.
He almost got knocked off the cliff in the car chase, but then Jacko threw her ball at him and rescued him.
Let's see here. A quick look through of the patient's records, and the literature concerning colony residents. Here we are. Oh, this is rather peculiar.
Look, I'd have a ridiculous gang name, damn
This
straight.
is odd. For symptoms like this, a simple rank B treatment should do the trick. No, this is only a stopgap measure. Oh? What the devil is this? Since when did? How long has this been going on?
Talk more words, Faust. You left us on a worse cliffhanger than Dingo. Impossible. Oh, I think it's very possible.
Hey, Johnny!
Hey, ladies. You all been good girls while I was out? The sky is just a perfect blue today, isn't it? Where's Leap? I think it's time for a feast.
We've got bigger things to worry about.
Cliffhanger version.
What?
Nah, you're right,
May
though.
ran away.
She heard about the Japanese thing from Ramlethal, and then she heard her disease might be really rare and she got scared.
Ramlethal? She fought that monster on her own?
Sorry.
Where did she go?
That's the thing, we have no idea.
Alright, so
we stopped to restock and
back
we realized
during
she was
the
gone.
war,
Chip's
like
out
there was a
looking for her
100-year
right now,
war.
but- Oh, jeez.
The
what should
entire
we do?
nation of Japan was
afraid
destroyed.
she'd
There's
make
just
all
a
of us
crater
sick.
where Japan used to be.
That idiot.
And the Japanese were
this
really,
is all
really
my
good at
fault.
harnessing ki energy.
All right,
And
here's what's gonna
right
happen.
now, the
We're
ki
gonna
energy is
split up,
going
we're
whack.
going
Like,
to
it
find
is causing some problems with the remaining Japanese population. And May is convinced that she can spread that disease to other people right now. So now she's hanging out on a suspension bridge in the mountains.
I'm so hungry.
And now she doesn't have food.
Oh, man. Johnny! Guys!
You little jerk!
Man, it's a good thing that Chip was at the suspension bridge in the mountains.
I can't be wasting my time like this. I've got important stuff to do. And why the hell are you out in a creepy forest like this anyway? You're lucky my ninja senses are in top form, or you'd have been lost forever.
What are you doing here?
Your friends asked me to help you, obviously.
No, not that. I mean, I thought you were going to Babylon.
What?
Yet, incredibly
There's
convenient.
only one of me. How am I supposed to be in two places at once?
Chip kind of reminds me of Polnareff
You know what?
from
Never mind.
from JoJo,
Thank you.
because he's got the white hair, right? But then
Good.
he's also
I
got
don't have time to
the
ask
the
you why
cherry
you ran off,
earrings.
but you should really be getting back to your friends.
I can't. Ramlethal said I was a disease, an infection.
Well, not the
I don't
cherry
wanna get
earings, but
them
like
sick
the red earrings.
What? Look, I don't know what she told you, but that's not your problem. to
Except
solve.
Polnareff had a kick-ass
You're alone,
eraser hair mullet, so.
What?
While we're wasting time here, your friends are probably out frantically looking for you. In fact, I know they are.
But
don't butt me. Think about it. If I hadn't found you, you think their lives would just go on like nothing happened? You're underestimating the power of friendship.
What should I do then? I can't get them involved in whatever's wrong with me. That'd be selfish. And what if it affects the whole world?
The whole world? Listen, I believe no choice is without consequences, so just stop worrying about other people and be a little selfish for a change.
But
For example, let's say you had to sacrifice someone, one person, to save the whole world.
Huh?
I'm confused
If
too,
you're
man.
a world leader or somebody with tons of responsibility,
You might do it without a second thought. You might not be wrong. But the world of that leader and the world of the person they're sacrificing are pretty different. All their memories, the people they love, the food they ate, those experiences are their world. Even if they knew their sacrifice could save so many people, could you really blame them if they refused to go through with it? So tell me, what's your world?
Thanks, Ninja Man, for spouting philosophy in the middle of the forest.
Exactly. What is it you love the most?
Like Chip said, friendship is magic.
Johnny, April, all the jellyfish pirates.
Is that
Oh yeah, all
OG
the
than
jellyfish
some
pirates are
important
named
guy's
after
world?
months.
Yeah.
There you go. Each of your friends has a world like yours.
Johnny isn't
You're a part
really
of
good at
each one of
names.
those. That means there's always a place for you.
Really?
You're still a kid. Why don't you try thinking about stuff a little, huh? Figure out whether or not people are lying to you. Now get out of here. Go home.
Are named after the months. So there's like April, May, and June. Stuff like that.
I'm not a kid, you know.
Fine, fine. How old are you then?
I'm 24.
What? Not possible.
I was playing this when we found out how old Abby was, and it reminded me of that scene.
Johnny!
Did you find her, April?
No.
She's
I went to
over
all the nearby
9,000!
This doesn't make sense. Why can't we find her?
She's...
She was everywhere.
Damn it. Maybe she went into the mountains. It's getting dark. You kids should be getting back to the ship.
What about you?
I'm going into the mountains.
No, you have
Now,
to
I think
rest
as of
too.
this game,
You've
she's
been
like
looking all day.
26.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
You're pushing yourself too hard.
Then I'll keep going till I collapse.
Stop it! What?
Like, she's in her mid-20s in this game.
Go.
May!
Ew.
Guys!
Yeah, you should grate cheese on those abs, absolutely.
I thought I might be contagious. I didn't want you guys to get sick.
Look at all these top-tier character designs, by the way.
The world could end. But I don't want
It's really sad, because they don't really explore the other jellyfish pirates. It's just May and Johnny.
So, please, help me.
Oh, you big idiot.
Oh, thank goodness. The gang's all here.
Poor May, yeah.
Doctor.
There. That ought to do the trick.
You're pretty lucky, May. And you, Doctor, your timing's impeccable. I thought we were supposed to come to you, though.
Ah, yes. About that. Johnny, do you have a moment?
Also, for some reason, all the characters that are playable have something
Sure,
written
Doc.
on their clothes in, like,
I don't have
random
much time.
places.
First, take this.
What is it?
Her treatment. Give it to May in small doses, periodically. Here, this is the dosage schedule.
Okay.
Also, take this. It's a prescription. Should the worst happen, take this to any competent doctor, and they can mix you the drugs you need.
Wait,
Hey,
why she have to keep
Johnny,
taking it?
do you have a moment? Yeah, we
Unfortunately,
didn't really
even
cure
I
her.
am unable to determine the root cause of
She's
her
got
condition.
COVID.
So I was forced to develop a rather rushed stopgap treatment.
Rushed? Hey, hold on a minute here. You're actually pretty nervous. Just what the hell's going on?
I cannot say any more.
No,
Don't
you can,
trust
though.
me? I owe you for this. I want to help.
Your gratitude is appreciated, but I cannot accept your help. Telling you
Dr.
any more would
Fauci.
put you in danger. The Japanese have a secret far beyond what anyone suspects.
What?
I am on my way to meet someone in hopes that he might help me further my understanding of the secret. If anyone asks what I told you, do not attempt to cover for me. Simply tell the truth that I refuse to answer. There is one last thing, one very important thing. Do not, under any circumstances,
The secret
let
is
May
how they
fear
created
the
such
colony.
great technology. Dr. Faust has the one Walkman that exists in this world.
I can feel you hating from all the way over here. Who the hell are you?
Run away! The child is here for you! You cannot defeat him! Beware!
Oh, that sucks.
Some kind of hypnosis?
A bed. I'm just a bed man.
You, take the girls and get out of here.
Whoa, whoa. Don't tell me you're planning to stay here and hog all the glory.
That's
Yeah,
right,
of
Johnny
course,
has to
I'm
be a good
president.
dad.
I don't know who this guy is, but I'm sure I don't have to tell you
Yeah, he's bad news. As far as I can tell, he's beyond either of us. I'm not sure we could win even if we both took him on.
Whoa, what are you talking about? I'm more than enough to shut down this nerd.
When Giles said
But
go
who's
home
really
and become a
losing is an
family
important
man, Johnny was like,
You need
yeah,
to get your
okay,
girls to
I'll still
safety.
fight though.
Plus, I have zero idea where your ship is.
Back to the ship, ladies. On the double.
He's got a teleportation technique I don't recognize. Not sure what the range is on it, but whatever you do, don't let him figure out where your ship is.
You're starting a country, right? Make sure you don't die before I get a chance to vote for you.
You're gonna have to get in line for a green card before you have to worry about voting.
Again, Chip wants to make an entire country of ninjas. So he's got to run for president first.
Answer, can you hear me? Yes. The North Star is straight ahead, about 26 degrees above the horizon. The Floyd Rose Tower is at 1 hour, 38 minutes.
I've got you.
A couple people are down. I want you to send somebody over.
Understood. And you, sir?
I'm fighting some monster I've never seen before.
Can you describe it?
Looks human, or at least humanoid, but he's strapped to a person-shaped bed. Looks to be in the mid to
Going
late
smoothly?
teens.
That's good.
The kid, not the bed. Caucasian, short purple hair, glasses. He's sleeping, but the bed's walking around. Too dark to tell eye color. He's wearing what appears to
I
be a
don't think you can
hospital
tell his eye color if
Getting
he's
anything?
asleep.
0 hits on person-shaped bed, but I've got 128
You're working on the
items that
character?
match the
I hope
boy's
it goes well.
description. Anything else?
Fighting now! Kinda hard to look!
Sir,
I'm excited to hear stories.
I'm fine. He's got some kind of tattoo over most of his body. Simple design, looks like thorns.
Sir? Boss! Listen, you little bastard! I know what you look like. We're gonna find you wherever you try and hide. And if anything happens to the boss, we'll kill you before you know we're coming.
He could just drop Chip. Oh no, I meant drop him down, not drop him like kill him. I should have phrased that better.
Once you see past the smoke and mirrors, it isn't difficult to counter. I know your secret.
Oh hey, it's Matt Mercer.
Zato 1, is it too much to ask you to just go back to being dead? I can't believe this. The Conclave really needs to be more careful with its toys. This could be a huge problem.
A problem? To be frank, your mission does not concern me. But you have heard the one thing that matters to me. Melia. You've awoken the anger of a dead man, child. I will not hesitate to erase you from this world.
Return, Batman.
Oh?
Zato is the Pokemon dude. That shadowy blob is...
Are you worried about me?
I'm glad that the Gengar
I
metaphor
have the situation completely under control.
worked.
No.
As an explanation.
There's been a shift in our priorities.
Excuse me?
So essentially, Matt Mercer's character Zato 1, he was an assassin, and then he died, but he got like a ghost that possessed his body, and kind of puppeteered him for a while until he got resurrected. And now that ghost just, you know, is his weapon.
Exactly. We cannot
His ghost's name is Eddie, by the way.
with the Kratos emergence.
Understood.
He's gone.
Zato, I must apologize for that unsightly display.
No need. Had you understood the sleight of hand behind his attacks, you would have never been taken unawares.
I would love to hear more. However, there are far more urgent matters to which we must attend. We had meant to go directly to the king.
Yes, Kai Kisk, the ruler of Illyria. I see we thought along similar lines.
Great minds, as they say.
Unfortunately, I have been unable to locate him.
I see.
I'm surprised. I had thought you would be in Illyria with Melia and Venom.
Yes, well, that young fellow you just saw managed to drag us out here. Wait, if you're here, then that must mean...
Yes, we're near Uyghur.
Great.
So far.
I cannot sense its true form, but that boy clearly possesses mysterious power that transcends our understanding of logic. I cannot help but feel that he is somehow similar to me, as I was when I wandered the underworld.
Impossible! How could he possibly be at all akin to you, Lord Zato?
Unless you're talking about their terrible taste.
Please!
You've awoken.
Sir, I apologize. I failed in my mission.
You are not to blame if he was your opponent. I am relieved to see that you appear unharmed.
My lord!
Do you think we'll see that kid again? It didn't look like he backed off out of the kindness of his heart.
Perhaps it is up to us.
Please, enlighten me.
Go on.
Go on.
While we fought, I noticed he never spoke, but occasionally, his behavior suggested someone elsewhere was giving him orders. He also appeared the moment we decided
You can
to
tell a
pass our
lot from behind
information
that
to the
hair,
king.
can you?
In other words, someone has ears and eyes everywhere, and is manipulating the flow of information, destroying anyone who impedes them.
A well-reasoned argument. I think you are correct.
Are we fighting the Conclave?
Unfortunately, I was unable to determine that. I apologize.
If this is a war of information, then the enemy has the upper hand. Every moment we sit here twiddling our thumbs, things just get worse.
If only we could learn where the king is hiding.
This far out, our magic comms are useless.
I couldn't see shit, but my hair saw that he was talking to someone else. And I trust my hair, it has an eyeball on it.
If I know the king as well as I believe I do, he will avoid any place where the Conclave is particularly strong. And that greatly limits his options.
Of course.
He can see
If we
more
are
than
fortunate,
Zato,
we
at
may
least.
even encounter him by chance. I will handle this, Lord Slayer.
What a cool name. Hey, what's your name? You know, just Lord Slayer.
We've deviated from the script quite a bit. I'm feeling rather tired.
Yes, well done.
I don't really mind a little ad-lib, but if this keeps up, one body's not going to be enough for me to handle all of it. But I must create my absolute world.
Our absolute world, Batman. Don't forget about me.
Yes, Lord Slug.
Of
Thank
course,
you,
my
Lord Slug.
apologies.
I shall obey you, Lord
You are
Slug.
a curious little creature, though, aren't you? Soul bad guy and his awakening should be your only concern in this equation, correct?
But
I
I'm
thought his name was King
satisfied
Piccolo.
100%. I don't feel as though something's done until it's 200% complete.
I think that maybe you can't do math.
Delilah
Miss
and
question
I were born
marks?
with this curse. As a result, since the day I was born, I've never had any friends, in the real world or dreams. For the first time, though, I feel like I'm beginning to understand friendship. But that's enough of that. It's embarrassing.
You honor me.
The truth is, when I met you, I already had my plan laid out, down to the smallest detail. I could have easily executed it on my own.
Huh?
Yeah, what?
Although it would have required me to risk everything, even my life. Since we're working together, though, I don't need to bet that much, so please apply any of my surplus to your 200%.
For our absolute world.
For our absolute world.
So is that 200% like, oh no, the plan failed. Good thing I have 100% of another plan. How would that work? Her voice sounds familiar? Let's find out. She was voiced by Valerie Aram.
We need more information about it. What's your situation?
Is something the matter, sir?
What's
Leo
she done?
suspects collaboration between the Conclave and whomever's behind the cradle.
Has his recording shed any light
I have a
on the
really
situation?
crappy laptop, so it's taken a hot minute.
We can't penetrate with
Yes,
physical
this
or
part.
magical attack.
Absolute Defense Felion. I've listened to it several times, I'm sure.
What does it mean?
Felion is an extremely specialized technique used by the Sanctus Populi. It can only be activated in the presence of the Maximus,
Alright.
or a Conclave member.
I see.
No doubt that is why Leo did not
She was
wish
the
to tell me this
narrator and
directly,
Catherine.
and why he told me to speak with Zep, where the Conclave has no eyes or ears.
Let's see.
We must hurry. Do we have a line to Zep?
She provides a lot of
Yes, sir.
additional voices, so you probably heard her in the
We must
background of
double
a lot
back,
of
but
stuff.
we have no choice. Bring us around and take the engines up to full.
Oh! She was Naoto from Persona 4 after the
heck am
original
I?
voice actress bailed.
The backyard.
Oh, you again? Well, hold on a tick. The backyard, you say? Well, where's that again? Sounds a bit familiar.
That's some weird maths.
My
Where's
body feels
Rob?
heavy and my head
Yeah,
feels
can
weird.
we message Rob asking how you
We're
can
inside of
get
a field
200% of a
Batman
plan?
developed that allows us to be here in the flesh. I know it hurts, but for God's sake, just grow a pair.
I mean, Rob has a fancy maths degree. You know what I
asking?
have?
What exactly am I doing here?
You wanted to meet him, right? Said you had something to tell him?
Right. Oh, wait. You mean that man's actually here?
Yes, and you should feel really special, because not a lot of people get to talk to him face to face.
Oh my goodness, you're not pissing around, are you?
I can't
Why do I feel so nervous?
This is a new one.
Wait, but didn't I already deliver the message to you?
Unfortunately, what you said can't exactly be said by anybody but you. So as much as I'd like to, I can't carry it to him myself.
I'm sorry, but I'm not following you here.
This is the right way, right?
Just shut
Good.
your hole and come on. We have to move.
Yeah, I keep my kindergarten graduation certificate right above my college graduation certificates. Kinda shows you how far you've gone, right?
Thank you, Eno.
No idea where my high school diploma is.
Are you...
It's a pleasure to meet you, Axelo. I apologize for making you come so far.
It's nice to meet
You too were once a child. You totally understand.
I already know a great deal about you.
I'm just surprised that piece of paper is still in such great condition. I got that in 1999.
I hate to be blunt, but would you mind telling me?
The literal turn of the century.
Don't you have a message from the original?
Oh, that's right. I do.
Are you sure you're okay?
Sorry. Just got a little
I
carried
think
away.
if that was
Nothing to worry
1999, it's spelled PHAT.
Here goes.
Good talk, Axel.
What in the bloody hell was that?
You were speaking in PlayStation.
I thought so. Even with a third party present, only the person the message is for can actually hear it.
I see.
So it's true. Yeah.
Do you know what the Conclave's after now?
So for you guys who watched the
Yes,
Guilty Gear
everything
Strive
makes sense.
story mode with us,
Even the little farce, the Second Holy Order's selection.
the guy on the
tournament.
left is Asuka.
Although,
and you know Eno.
unfortunately, we've fallen a bit behind. Cronus.
She doesn't have glasses in
This
this one
time
though,
I
and I
will
feel like
stop you.
glasses were a better character choice.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Yes, of course. I've received your message quite clearly.
Then I can go home now.
So...
Naturally. But please, I insist you
All
allow
right.
me to show you my gratitude.
Axel is from like 1998.
No.
And
Really,
he was
it's quite
brought
all
to the
right.
2180s
of a
to
hurry.
deliver a message
Cheerio.
to this guy.
That's a shame.
But now
I
he
thought
has
at the very
crazy
least
time
perhaps some
powers.
sweets to go with your tea. I had them made right here in the backyard.
Yeah,
In fact, I
Asuka's
believe
the
the
poppy
only
guy.
place you can enjoy this taste is, well, here. Perhaps you could take some.
Can I ask you a quick question? You are the same fellow who created the gear called Justice and pretty well started the Crusades, right?
He is a war criminal. God,
Yes,
microphone, stop
that would be
bopping.
me.
Maybe if I go like
Don't
this.
take this the wrong way now, but
There we go.
you really don't strike me as the villainous sort.
He's actually quite pleasant.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Please, just forget I said that. Forget everything.
It's really
Thank you for
fun to have a
sweets.
villain that's
Thank you
just
very much.
like really
What?
personable, like somebody that you would hang out with.
Where the hell is the exit?
What? Right, Axel? Where's the exit to this void? You run in every direction and you just end up back there.
Scarier.
Really?
The secret is they're in the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z.
Elsa Valentine. Eliminate all redundancies with extreme prejudice.
Yeah, Axel got a raw deal.
I think I said this already, but you must have some pretty brutal dreams.
You heard me?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's
The
embarrassing.
Room of Spirit and Time?
What? How?
Well,
I don't think
mean,
that's it,
for a
RDF.
woman, it's,
I don't follow.
I think it was called the Hypersonic Lion Tamer.
No reason, I guess.
So you don't even have a reason for sneaking in here and watching me sleep?
I mean, Sin was raised by Saul, so that answers a lot of
You've got
questions.
problems, mister. No sense of decency at all.
What's the big deal? It's not like I hurt you or anything.
Oh, but you did. My self-esteem, for instance, has been destroyed. And what if I get used to people seeing me when I'm all gross? I might just have to give up on looking good. That would hurt a lot. Not to mention all the sleep
I can kind of relate. I look...
moment. My face must have been so...
God, with long hair specifically, I don't look great when I wake up in the morning.
Was I drooling?
No.
Oh, thank God.
You were looking at her that close that you could tell that she wasn't drooling?
This
That
is nothing to laugh
kind of
at.
creepy, Sin, not gonna lie.
No, I was just thinking, you've got a pretty wide range of emotion. Nothing like the last Valentine.
Then you believe me? That I have emotions?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard.
You don't
not
either?
to.
Yeah.
Somebody without emotions wouldn't throw that huge a fit.
I'm gonna be getting a haircut pretty soon. I'm not gonna go anything close to short, but I'm gonna make it a bit more manageable.
Yeah, well, sometimes I feel like he's so smart, he's actually dumb. Gets all grumpy whenever he can't explain something with logic.
Really?
Sure is easy
Yeah,
to talk
just
shit
the one
about
haircut.
people when they aren't around.
I do it myself,
Stop
but it
talking
hurts to
shit
pull
if
it.
it's true. Do you ever think about something for more than 5 seconds? Self-preservation mean anything to you?
Don't sweat it. Elle wouldn't do anything to me. Would you?
No, of course
I will say, Sin's voice is like butter.
That's good enough for you. Besides, I could tell you the same thing, Elle felt. If you're trying to get anything out of Sin, just give up. The only thing that comes out of his mouth is a steady stream of bullshit.
Saul doesn't agree with me, I guess.
I don't have any rebuttal for that. All right, fine. What about you, old man? You figured out anything about the cradle?
Government war rooms across the world are talking themselves in circles because they don't have enough information. Ours might help, but...
Why don't we give it to them?
Because the Conclave's behind this, and they've got eyes and ears everywhere. The more people
Yeah,
we
good old
tell,
Sin and
the
Saul
higher the chance of
dialogue.
telling the wrong person.
Then, why don't you just throw all the people working for the Conclave into a jail somewhere?
You listening? They've got people all over the world. Assuming they didn't all book it once the arrest started, there aren't enough cells
So
to
yeah,
hold them
Sin is
sounds
Kai
like a pain in the
Kisuke's son.
No
But
shit.
because Kai
If we
is the
could figure out
king
what the
and
Cradle's
his
up to,
son
maybe we
was
could do something.
kinda
But
something that could
otherwise-
remove him from that position,
Sure you
he
don't
went
know
and
anything
talked to
else?
his good friend Saul Bad Guy. I was like,
Sorry.
hey, could you raise my son for a while? So he took Saul took Sin into the wilderness
There you are, Saul.
and raised him as a
You may have
bounty
found a
hunter
powerful
on,
ally.
like, the road.
Kai?
Explain.
Leo has begun to doubt the Conclave as well. I know it means doubling back, but we've decided to head to Zep.
Zep?
Leo has his own line to them. Their communication system is extremely advanced. Our technology can't crack it. I suspect they intend to use that secure line.
Zep never joined the UN, and they're not allied with the Conclave. And a floating continent can avoid other countries pretty easily. Huh. I guess there's still a few people with a head on their shoulders in Illyria, huh?
Yes. I would like to speak with you before we arrive in Zep. If you would follow me.
Damn, old man. You sure are stubborn.
I mean, hey,
Sin,
she got to meet his dads.
why do you call Soul old man all the time? You two seem so close.
Yeah, I guess we've been asking all these questions, but we haven't really told you about us,
Oh
have
yeah,
we?
Sin's gonna explain it better than I
Alright,
can.
Go ahead, ask me whatever you want.
Okay. Well, you said you were Mr. Kisk's kid, right?
Soul's been raising me since I was little. We spent a lot of time traveling together, so yeah, I guess we're pretty close.
Oh. What about Mr. Kisk then?
That's a tough one. A little embarrassing, actually.
Oh, good.
Good?
Well, whenever you talk to him, you always seem so distant. I thought it was because you hated him. I'm glad it's not.
Do you hate him, Sin?
I don't hate him. Well, not anymore.
What?
Well, my mom's a gear. Gears aren't exactly, popular, so we had to live in hiding. That's the way the wind blows, but when I was a kid, I kept wondering how long we'd have to keep doing that and whose fault it was. In the end, I blamed Kai. I was wrong, though. He was fighting as hard as he could for a world where gears and humans could live together happily. It wasn't an easy fight. My mom's kind of stuck in Hilaria right now, but Kai's been, well, amazing. He saved her right when she was about to die, and... What the hell? You're crying? And wait, is that a nosebleed?
That's true love! Oh, what a wonderful story. Forbidden love that transcends all boundaries.
Elphelt really likes love stories.
When's that gonna happen to me?
You were about to marry a death metal singer, but that didn't quite work out now, did it?
But Sin... You don't hate him anymore, right? Then why don't you call Mr. Kisk Dad?
What?
Don't give me that. You don't have to do it right away, but I think eventually you'll want to. So just promise me you will, okay?
You really think that's gonna happen? Hey, actually, that reminds me. What's the deal with the mother you and Ram keep talking about?
She... doesn't actually exist.
Huh?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. She doesn't really have a physical body. Valentines are asked to run errands and given orders and rules to follow. That kind of stuff. But all of that's just implanted as memories before we're born. Nobody ever tells us to do it. So Ram and I have never touched or seen our mother.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up something.
Yeah, my mom's a gear. What about your mom? My mom's a concept.
Honestly, I'm happy to finally be able to talk about this with somebody. Maybe that's why I've always wanted to be part of a real family.
Interesting. Well, good luck with the true love thing.
They're trying to one-up each other with how fucked up their families are.
What's wrong?
Unfortunately for me, that's forbidden.
Huh?
Nothing. But the next time you go see Ram, do you think I could come too?
Alright, well this is usually around the time that I'd call it quits for the night, but did you guys want to watch more Guilty Gear? I'll do another poll. I'm willing to go for a bit longer. Here. We'll do a quick 2-minute poll. If you have shark coins, you can spend them to vote on something. I can go for a bit longer. If you guys want to watch more Guilty Gear, by all means. If you want me to play some Elden Ring too, I threw that down as an option. Or if you just want to end it for the night, we can do that too. How many chapters are left? Lots. Like, here. We're currently on Chapter 4, Part B. So we just did that. There's 10 chapters in 2 parts each. And there's another one that kind of ends this story. It's a complete other game, though. Yeah, Guilty Gear stuff. There's a lot of lore, and it's doing a decent job of helping explain it, but like... How much more would I do? I'd be willing to go for like another half an hour, maybe an hour. I don't have anything to do until 2 p.m. tomorrow. And then, well, we gotta vote for nah. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end. Bleh. I'm gonna get words eventually. You didn't vote? Ah, fair. Well, it says at the top of my screen that there was 1 vote for no. So, let's call it, guys. Huge thanks to everyone who came and hang out today. Big thanks and a big happy birthday to Robert Hartley for raiding and also having a birthday. Yeah, we're gonna be doing this again next week. Same guilty time, same gear channel. What else is going on? Wednesday at noon Pacific time, we're gonna be playing some Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Oh, thanks for popping by, Turian. I really appreciate it. Saturday, we're going to be playing some Shin Megami Tensei 5, and then we're going to be rating Robert's stream for his version of The Chase, I believe it was called. I'm just making sure that I have the right... Sorry, The Dash. So, we'll probably go long. Oh, thanks for the drink. Who can I send you guys to tonight? My friend Tom's playing Fallout New Vegas. If you guys don't know Tom, Unsanity Live here on Twitch, I did a YouTube show with him called Anime Bomb, where we found some boxes, like a box of anime behind a dumpster by an old rental store. And we just riffed on it. It was a good time. That's ended, but he's a really entertaining guy. And I think you guys are gonna like him. Just give me 1 sec to get everything set up. If you wouldn't mind giving him a big old shark attack, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya!